Today at the Extreme Channel, we're not going to look at high-end collectibles that are on this table. We're going to look at high-end collectibles that are coming to this table. That's right, I have probably a couple $100,000 in high-end collectibles on order, and today we're going to look at the ones that I am most anticipating. Did I say that right? Yeah? Okay, alright, good. As the Extreme Channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we are giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into the Extreme Channel. Before we kick it off, let's look at one of our sponsors, the COLDEST water bottle. If you're looking for a device to carry your liquids that will stay cold for 36 to 100 hours, tested. I've tested this with blood, urine, feces, everything. It does stay cold for 36 plus hours. Check out the link in the description below because you can actually win one. Or if you want to buy one, they have tons of different sizes and colors, different options. You can use the code EXTREME and get 10% off. But that's not what today is about. If you caught my video a few days ago, I talked about the statues that have arrived in 2021 that I like the best. Now, this is traditionally a segment that we do at the end of the year. We talk about the statues that arrived that I like the best. We talk about my most anticipated pieces. But because of the shipping debacle that's going on right now, and I have probably 20 to 30 statues just sitting in port, and some of them have been sitting there for months, waiting for them to be delivered, I wanted to review my most anticipated statues. And what's crazy is when I did this segment back at the beginning of January 2021, the list is completely different. Some of that is because the statues have arrived. Some of it is because the statues just have lost a little bit of interest, or maybe there's a more anticipated one. So that's what we're going to do in the countdown today. We're going to count down from my least anticipated to my most. Now keep in mind, I'm not counting down everything because I think that would be a list of over 100. And we're specifically focusing on statues. So with that, let's kick it off extreme style. That's what I tell Mrs. X in the bedroom. Get ready for extreme style. I'm just kidding. No, I don't. Or do I? But extreme style, we're going to have some honorable mentions, so let's check those out first. Keep doing stuff with my hands, and I don't know why. I also say that in the bedroom, too. First up is a very recent order by PCS. This is their Pumpkinhead. If you follow the channel, you know that this is my favorite horror icon. And I've wanted the sideshow version of this. That's kind of my grail. I've never been able to attain it. But this is definitely an honorable mention, and I cannot wait to get him. I have a spot that I will actually be looking at him during every single review. Second is a custom. This is a 1/4 scale Atrocitus. So this is a Red Lantern from the whole Green Lantern universe. This is one of the most powerful beings, and he is just simply badass, coming from one of my favorite custom groups. Now, custom means it's a private, unlicensed commission, and unfortunately, I can't share any more information about this. Prime 1 Studios' Berserk Skull Knight on Horse also makes the honorable mention list. This guy looks amazing. All the Berserk pieces from Prime 1 Studios are awesome, and I have no doubt this one will not only be the best, but the biggest. May not be the best, but it'll definitely be the biggest.
That's what she said.
A recent order that should come in very soon is also by Prime 1 Studios, their Lord of the Rings Balrog vs. Gandalf piece. Very excited. I picked this up at Comic Concepts. I go through them almost exclusively for Prime 1 and Sideshow pieces simply because you can get it a little bit cheaper and the shipping's less of a hassle, but you do wait longer for the shipping. But eventually that will come to the collection here in the next few months. I also wanted to touch on a custom Carnage. This one I'm really excited about. I hinted about this on my previous video a few days back, so make sure to go check it out. But this custom Carnage will look fantastic next to the other two Carnages I have in my collection. Now, last honorable mentions here are some Silver Surfers. I really wanted to keep one of each character on this list, so you'll see that with Venom, because some more Venoms would have added. But this one is a Silver Surfer in Galactus' hand. This is a custom. I've actually bought this a couple years ago. This probably won't arrive until 2022 or maybe even later. But another honorable mention surfer is this surfer right here. So this is my most recent surfer that I PO'd. Has a few different display options, as you can see. And I think this concept is just incredible. Cannot wait. So before we start on the top 10, we have another sponsor to look at. Let's look at LOOTCRATE. So LOOTCRATE is a subscription service that you can actually order different themed stuff sent to your house. It's all this different pop culture memorabilia. You never know what you're going to get. So kind of like a box of chocolates. But go ahead and check out that video right here in the card. It's somewhere up there or down below. And you can see more information on that. Or you can order it and use the code EXTREME15 to get 15% off. But starting with number 10 of my most anticipated piece, I believe this was number 1 at one time, is by Figurama. This is Attack on Titan diorama. This just started shipping, so I should get this very, very soon. I got this from Spec Fiction. Very excited to put this in my office with the rest of my anime stuff. I watched season 1 on Netflix, and I thought it was amazing. Another piece that was higher up, but it's dropped a little bit, is this custom Emperor Palpatine. Now, this is 1/4 scale. I already have a 1/4 scale Palpatine from Sideshow, but I think this will blow that away. So he's going to look fantastic with the recent addition of the Imperial Guards, and he comes in at number 9. Number 8 is a Spawn piece. I really don't need to say anything about this. Just look at it. It is simply incredible. I am very excited, and this ships in the next month or two, if I'm not mistaken. Most things are shipping via sea, so it'll take a little bit longer, but cannot wait to put him next to that Curse of Spawn piece I have. Number 7 is one you guys have seen because it just hit the 4-year mark. This Colossus vs. Sentinel. They just switched factories. I actually got notified of that today, so it should come hopefully by the end of the year. But this is probably the longest I've ever waited for a piece. Like I said, I think it just hit 4 years or around there. But nonetheless, he's going to be one of the final things to complete my X-Men collection. Number 6 is another Surfer. Now this is my most anticipated Surfer simply because he's different and incredibly rare. This is another custom. I want to say they only made, it was either 10, 20, or 30 of these in this variant form. So it's the Dark Surfer. I'm actually reading through that right now. It's a different version of Surfer. And as you guys know, Surfer is my favorite Marvel character, probably my favorite comic character of all time. So I cannot wait to put him with my glorious Surfer collection. Number 5 is one I didn't expect to be on this list, and it should ship, I believe, this month or next month. Is this Nola on Throne. Nola is a newer character to the Marvel world. He's essentially the god of the symbiotes, or where Venom and obviously Carnage and all them eventually offspringed. And he's pretty incredible. He's pretty undefeatable. And I'll talk more about him in the review, but I cannot wait. I say that every time because I actually have to wait, and I don't know why I say that. But here is number 4. This is Prime One Studios' Justice Buster. This is their equivalent of the Hulk Buster. So this guy is what Batman wears when he needs to defeat the rest of the Justice League. This one looks incredible. I know Prime One Studios will knock it out of the park. I have a spot reserved just for him with my 1/4 scale DC collection. Number 3 is my most anticipated Venom. So this right here is pictures of the prototype painted. Looks absolutely incredible, and it was pretty hard to decide, honestly, because there are a lot of awesome Venoms that are coming, a lot of them that I have on order, but I think this one is going to be pretty hard to beat. Number 2 surprised me. This is XM Studios' Predator on Throne. Amazing looking piece. I almost didn't buy this, and now it ends up being my second most anticipated piece. I hate that it's 1/3 scale because it's going to take up so much room, but he'll look awesome with my Predator and Alien collection. Now we're down to my most anticipated piece, so throw in the comments below 2 things. Number 1, what do you think it is? And number 2, what is your most anticipated thing that you have on order? Again, it may not just be a statue. It may be just something cool. Like, I have the Cybertruck on order. That would actually fall on this list because it's highly anticipated, but it's not necessarily a statue, and we're just talking about statues. But you can throw anything down in the comments below. And the reason why is it will actually enter you into this contest. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. So my number 1 most anticipated piece actually already shipped, and it is right here. It is XM Studios' Grimlock. XM Studios does an amazing job with their Transformers. It's Generation 1 with a little bit of a twist on them, and this is probably going to be one of my biggest statues. I think it's going to rival Shockwave. He's actually going very near Prime 1 Shockwave, so it'll be interesting to see how he scales next to that. But I cannot wait to get him, and the great thing is I don't have to wait that long. He'll be here very, very soon. So if you liked any of that, make sure you've not only liked this video, but you've hit the subscribe button and that bell notification, because I will do detailed videos on every single one of those. So thanks guys for tuning in. Again, throw in the comments below what your most anticipated is. Hit that picture of me to subscribe so you can see detailed videos on all those upcoming arrivals, plus about 100 or 200 more. And I really appreciate you guys. I really mean that. I say it every time, but I do appreciate it. Take care.